Well, we found this piece of footage of this so-called hero again doing a piece to camera, and I believe that's green screen behind him, so he's in a studio. This comes from Texas man describes pursuit of church gunman. Okay, what does he have to say now?
I pulled up on the intersection and I saw the shooter coming from the cars, actually right outside the church that were parked. His vehicle was parked, door open, engine running, and him and the neighbor across the street.
Oh, there's a neighbor across the street now, is it? Not neighbor to the church. He's across the street now. Oh, right, okay.
We're both coming out about the same time, exchanging fire. And as he came up, I never got a look at him. I never really saw him. I saw the gunfire. The shooter got in his truck.
I saw the gunfire. I heard the gunfire. You don't see, you hear.
Fire. The shooter got in his truck. The gentleman...
Oh, the shooter got into his truck, not into his car then. All right. Go on.
Truck. The gentleman with the rifle came to my truck as the shooter took off.
Oh, you got shot.
He briefed me quickly on what had just happened and said that we had to get him, and so that's what I did. I just know it was all black.
All black.
And it was a pistol he was shooting. I can't tell you.
Oh, it's a pistol you can shoot. Do you like my bit in my mouth? My toothpick? Classy, aren't I? Eh? With the cross here, why weren't you in church then? You got a cross on.
Anything more than that, I don't know.
Okay, and what kind of car?
Hang on. You said before, a rifle. Hang on.
At the same time, exchanging fire. And him and the neighbor across the street were both coming out about the same time, exchanging fire. And as he came up, I never got a look at him. I never really saw him. I saw the gunfire. The shooter got in his truck. The gentleman with the rifle came to my truck as the shooter took off, and he briefed me quickly on what had just happened.
So, in the other footage you said he got a rifle, and that around 27 persons were shot dead by a handgun. And others were injured by a handgun. I mean, in other footage, commentators have said that the chap had a rifle and he could have at least have put in 100 rounds. I don't know how you can work that out, but still, it doesn't matter. They said he got a rifle and he got basically a lot of bullets, a lot of rounds. So therefore, yes, 27 persons could have died if it were reality, and so many injured. But a handgun? Must have been rather a big clip. Eh? Oh, well, he keeps changing it, yes, but then that contradicts what the commentators have said, that he had a rifle and many bullets, rifle bullets.
And said that we had to get him, and so that's what I did. I just know it was all black.
All black.
And it was a pistol he was shooting. I can't tell you anything more than that. I don't know.
Well, you must have known. You pig, must have known. You were there. You witnessed it. How can others say that he had a rifle? Don't you know the difference in America between a handgun and a freaking rifle? The size alone. I mean, he's shooting it out with the fella across the road. Huh? Oh, carry on. Carry on.
Okay, and what kind of car was he driving?
It was a kind of a pearl-colored Ford Explorer. We just take pursuit. We speed over 87 through traffic, and like I said, we hit about 95 going down 539 trying to catch this guy. until he eventually lost control on his own and went off in the ditch.
Well, he's bound to lose control on his own. Nobody else was with him, eh?
He just hurt so many people.
Really?
And he just affected so many people's lives.
Really?
Why wouldn't you want to take him down? I was on the phone with dispatch the entire time. As far as I could see, Wilson County Police were all headed to the church, and on 539 I did not see any police, and so I gave them the direction we were going, on what road and everything, and that, you know, the vehicle was in sight, and I was picking up, getting closer and closer.
Right, so basically, as we said before, the fella next to him with the rifle, the neighbour now across the road, not neighbour to the church, close to the church, is sitting there. What's he doing? Picking his nose? Or is he panicking? Hang on, you've only got one hand on the wheel. You're not concentrating. You want to dispatch? Give me the picking phone. No, you see, this fella here has to be the centre, the hero. He's on his phone. He's probably frying some chips with the other hand or something, you know, or making a bacon butty. It's just fantasy land, isn't it? He lives in fantasy land, and the script that he's been given is fantasy land. And his eyes tell it all, don't they?
It's like he just gave up.
Really?
He just he went off in the ditch, hit a hit.
He gave up? What do you mean he gave up? You said he lost control on his own.
It's like he just gave up. He just he went off in the ditch, hit a hay bale from what I could see.
No, no he didn't. Not in the footage. So you weren't there. Of course you weren't there. It's a pigging story you're telling. He didn't go off into a ditch, he went off into a frigging field. In the other story, are you going to say it now, that he hit a barrier? Let's have a listen.
He went off in the ditch, hit a hay bale from what I could see, and then he just never moved after that. He didn't.
You've forgotten about the barrier. You dumb idiot. What about the barrier? If you were there, and if I was there, and the ladies and gentlemen listening to you were there, they said, hang on a minute, buddy boy. He went through the pigging barrier, he hit an edge, and he stopped in this field. That's what we saw. That's what you saw. And now you've changed the picking story of what you've seen. Now it is very, very clear that if he's hit a picking barrier, as you said in the former story, yeah, you couldn't miss it out in this. Now you're saying the barrier's a picking hay bale. And he didn't hit a hay bale according to the film footage. And he didn't hit a barrier according to the film footage. Or is it the fact that you've seen that he didn't go through the barrier? This is a second interview. The barrier was on the other side, behind the vehicle. So now you've left that out. And you've seen the bales in the field. And so now are saying, oh, it must have hit a bale. So he's going at over 100 miles an hour. If you're going 95 miles an hour. It's just ridiculous. And he goes through, pardon me, into a field at over 100 miles an hour, say, minimum, to be ahead of you. And yet he doesn't go very far into the field, does he? He should have carried on.
Just he went off in the ditch, hit a hay bale from what I could see, and then he just never moved after that. He didn't get out, he didn't try anything, nothing. He hit the ditch. The gentleman that was with me got out, rested his rifle on my hood, and kept it aimed at him, telling him to get out, get out. There was no movement. There was none of that. The guy didn't put up a fight or anything. About, like I said, 5 to 7 minutes. It was very quick. It was very quick. And then once the police showed up, they moved me and the gentleman back. And then everybody showed up and they took action.
And
Really?
what happened? Did you hear gunfire after that?
No, sir, there was no gunfire.
Okay.
Nothing else had to happen beyond that. I just pulled up to an intersection and saw gunfire. That's it. There was no hearing about it. I didn't really have time to hear about anything. It was more see and do, think, act now, ask questions later.
Don't you ever wish, really, that some bugger would spend some proper money on getting some proper pigging actors to do some proper pigging lines than all this crap? Absolute crap. But you see, the thing is, as long as the sheep, they're gullible, will believe what they see because it's the news. Do you think they care? Nah. Anything will do. It's the news, you see. You can make up the loss, the shortfall of quality, simply by speaking it up. Adding so-called powerful rhetoric. Poetic license engaged in. Absolute nonsense, honestly. So, maybe we can find some footage of his pal, as it were, that neighbour across the road now, with his rifle, giving an interview. Because he's the real hero, not him. They've made this character here to be the real hero. He's not. The real hero is the person in this story, okay, because it's only a story, is the fellow who came out with the rifle to challenge the other guy with a rifle and to have a shootout. And equally, the person in this story that came out to shoot at the shooter, the gunman, needs to go to Specsavers or get some training on how to fire a rifle accurately, because he pigging missed. Frigging wide target and he missed. I couldn't have missed, and I'm not a pigging American. I don't own a pigging rifle. I know I couldn't have missed. For certain reasons. But, yeah. Because basically, at the end of the day, if you own something, you train yourself with it. And of course, we of a different generation were trained with weapons. Okay? You learned how to fire, and to aim, and to take accuracy with the weapons you owned. Anyhow, that's another story. Bye bye. Where's that girl gone? Hey, where's she gone? You coming out with me later, love? Hey, go see that other property. Yeah. Hey, would you like to see another pigging property we got for you? Aye. Poser. Hey, it's all nice and running. You've just got to put some more furniture in. Hey? Yeah. Go on, baby. Bye bye. Now